Hey guys, so you ready for it? Today is July 15, 2024, 2:45 p.m. Central Time. Trump's classified docs case was dismissed by the judge today, this morning, on the grounds that Jack Smith was unconstitutionally appointed, which is actually true. The DOJ is the one who appointed him, and those types of nominations are supposed to actually go through the Senate, get confirmed, and then obviously go do their job. The only reason I can think that the DOJ did not, or I should say this administration, did not do it that way is because Biden didn't want to be involved, which Biden would have had to been the one who nominated him to send it to the Senate, and then Harris would have had to help confirm him because the Senate split. So they didn't want to be involved and seem like they were being partisan and going after Trump. So this is what happens. The DOJ can obviously appeal this decision. We'll see if they do. Next up, the RNC convention did start today. Nothing important going on at the moment. It's been a couple hours since they started. The only important news, really, so it's been a good day for Trump, is Trump's VP pick was released in the last 30 hours. 30 minutes or so. VP pick was J.D. Vance. Senator J.D. Vance. Here's what Trump said. Then I'll go into J.D. After lengthy deliberation and thought and consideration, the tremendous talents of many others, I have decided that the person best suited to assume the position of Vice President of the United States is Senator J.D. Vance of the great state of Ohio. J.D. honorably served our country in the Marine Corps, graduated from Ohio State University in 2 years, and is a Yale Law School graduate, where he was the editor of the Yale Law Journal and the president of Yale Law Veterans Association. JD's book, Hillbilly, became a major bestseller and movie as it championed the hardworking men and women of our country. JD has had a very successful business career in technology and finance, and now, during the campaign, will be strongly focused on the people he fought so brilliantly for: the American workers and farmers in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Minnesota, and far beyond. So here's the deal. That specific last line is likely why he picked JD. But I'll say this. Donald Trump likely does not matter who he would have picked for vice president at this point, because if you're voting for Trump, you're voting for Trump. You're not voting for a VP. And he's known, obviously, because he's a prior POTUS. Everybody knows his positions. Everybody knows his policy. We all remember his administration. Nothing new about Donald Trump has been going on, okay? So, he hasn't changed policies, except for he's kind of been a little more lenient on the pro-life situation. But beside the point, I don't think it would have mattered who he picked for VP. He could have picked Kermit for VP and probably still be in the same position. However, what states does he need? He needs Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, Minnesota, and places like Virginia, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Nevada, Arizona, and other little battleground states, right? But those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 states that he mentioned there are very important battleground states. And JD did do some work in the Senate regarding farmers in those specific states. Now, do farmers dominate those states? No. No, they don't. But that's the only reason I can think he picked JD, to be honest. But honestly, I don't think JD brings anything to the ticket in any of those states either, because farmers are going to vote for Trump anyway. I don't see how they wouldn't, due to what he did for them during his administration. JD brings nobody. He doesn't bring independents. He doesn't bring any Democrats over, that's for sure. He's not going to bring over the black vote. He's not going to bring over Hispanic vote. He's not going to win over anybody. He brings nothing to the ticket. And I don't see him as a POTUS if something were to happen to Trump. I think it would be a terrible idea to have J.D. Vance as president. And a vice president pick, especially in the Democrat Party, because Democrats have had this ongoing for a very long time tradition to have vice presidents become their nominees in the future for the following election year, which is why Harris would be they'd be stuck with Harris. Beside the point, so POTUS picks for VP generally, even in the GOP, are meant to be higher end positions later on. POTUS. J.D. Vance is not ready to be POTUS now or in 2028, in my opinion. J.D. Vance is rather, I'd say, even if you will say hard, quote unquote, hard MAGA, whatever you want to call it. His stances literally do not stray from Donald Trump, and he will be loyal to Donald Trump. Obviously, Pence was not, so that's like a big deal there. I think he will actually suck Donald Trump's dick if, Trump asked him to. That's how grossly loyal J.D. Vance would be. I really do. I mean, J.D. Vance is a terrible pick. He's newly into politics. I get that he's got this other background. Trump obviously was new to politics, all this stuff. Yeah, but Trump was older and had been around the block and had been around all the elites and all this other bullshit. And he has a major footprint around the fucking world. Everybody knew who he was globally, all this shit. So Trump walking into politics is highly different than someone J.D. Vance, who most people probably don't even know who the fuck he is. In fact, my best friend didn't even know who the fuck J.D. Vance was. And X is riddled with random people like myself, not like the, what do you call them, blue checkmark people, riddled with people saying, terrible pick, poor pick, could have done better, all this stuff. Mainly, I have said kind of what I posted on YouTube on my communities tab. I basically said on X, kind of a little bit similar, but stuck to J.D. Vance is suited for his current position. Because he is. He's suited for his current position. I think 100%. Is he a vice president pick? No! God, as soon as his name came out that it was a possibility, I almost wanted to throw up. I don't even like J.D. Vance. I really don't. I mean, yeah, he stands for a lot of shit that I absolutely agree with, but he's just an agreeable person. I don't see conviction from J.D. Vance to begin with. No, he doesn't like DEI. Yes, he likes America First. Yes, he's for the border wall. Yes, he's for getting rid of the illegals. Yes, he is staying away from China and all this stuff. And he's for Israel. And I name it, he is Trump's copy when it comes down to policy. Period. He ran on Trump's platform to get into the Senate recently. I mean, he's a recent senator. He's a junior senator from Ohio. Jordan is not. Jordan's a senior. Or sorry, Jordan is a House member. Excuse me. Who the fuck is the senior member in the Senate for Ohio? Fuck, what's his name? Doesn't matter. J.D. Vance is the junior senator from Ohio. No. I'm sorry, Trump. You made a terrible pick. He brings nothing to the ticket. He brings no one with him to the ticket. All you looked at, Trump, simply was probably likely, is he going to be loyal? Because of what happened during his first administration. I get it. Not just with Pence, but a lot of people turned on Trump. I mean, I get it. He wants a loyalist. He's always about loyalty. Well, guess what, Trump? J.D. Vance will absolutely suck your cock and tickle your balls if you want him to. This is Are You Ready For It? Take care, guys. Have a great day.